Good morning, bosses. How are you doing? Today is going to be a travel day, work travel day, as I am going to La Belle to visit all 9 constructions that we are doing, and I'm going to give you a comprehensive explanation of how the process from buying the land and selling the property works. And this is how everything starts. First thing that the investor needs to do is to pick a piece of land, raw land, just like this one. We managed to find the lands for our investors. We have usually 5 to 7 different properties where the investors can select to build their property. After we buy the property for the investors, or the investor buy the property, we can start the permitting process, which takes about 5 months. And after the permitting process is done, we start elevating the land, just like the one that I'm going to show. And after that, we do the first pad for then build the house. And just to give you an idea, this is the kind of elevation that we do. You can see that the street level is here and then goes up so the house stays there. This part of the process is very important because there is a government department called FEMA who regulates flood zone for each area in the whole country. And that's why we need to build the house with those standards, because if we don't, the house won't have insurance coverage. So this is very important to do because the elevation must be right. And here we can see exactly what we were talking about. The street is in that level. We elevate the lot and prepare the lot to receive the foundation and the underground work, just as we are doing on the second lot right here. During this process, because the city doesn't have its own waste system, we are going to install septic tanks on the underground service. So after that, we can pour the concrete to make the foundation and the first slab. So what you see here is the first mark for the preparation of this lot. In the middle of the lot, we are going to have the same thing, just as we are having this one here, so we can have all the underground work prepared. And after it's prepared, we go through an inspection of the city prior to us pour the concrete. And that's a very important step, because on each step of the construction, we have an inspection from the city. The city comes here and see if everything is in the right place and done at the right way as they require. And that is important because at the end of the construction, we are going to be able to have the CO, the certificate of occupancy, which is the document that allows people to live in that house, and with that we can close. And after we finish the underground work and pass all the inspections, we pour the concrete on the first slab, and now we end phase 1, and all the concrete blocks are here to start phase 2. This is a part of the phase 2 of the construction where we start the vertical construction. The phase 2 is putting all the walls, which are concrete blocks. We put all the concrete blocks and fill them with concrete. And after this is done, we're going to put the trestles for the roof, and that's when the second phase is done. And now we're going to phase number 3. Okay, now we already poured the concrete, we put the walls, we install the roof. Now we start phase 3 of the construction, which is basically doing the whole inside. The partitions, the electrical, the plumbing, the AC, and of course, all the insulation. So we are ready to put the drywalls and close the house. And as I said, for each stage of the construction, there is an inspection. So after we did all the framing, all the plumbing that's going to still be installed here, an inspector from the city comes here and see if everything is done up to code. And as you can see on this one, we already did the electrical. You can see the pipes here, the wires. And now we finish all the insulation. We are going to start to do the plumbing in the kitchen and in the bathroom. And after that, pass the inspection once again, and then we cover all those walls with the drywall, and then we're going to be ready for phase number 4. So now we already have the house completely built. What is missing at this point is the finishes, which is the phase 4, where we put all the tiles, we put all the details on the walls, we put all the fixtures, and of course the kitchen and the appliances to have a house ready to go like this one. This one particularly generated $44,000 in profit for this particular investor, and the best thing is this house was sold during construction, reducing a lot the risk for the investor of this property. So let's take a look how it is inside.